In the summer of 1897, a schooner ran aground in a storm at Whitby on the north coast of England, under full sail, with no living soul aboard. Lashed to her wheel was her captain, dead for days, a crucifix wound through his stiffened hands. In his coat they found the ship's log. We keep a copy. It is the account of a crossing that should have taken 3 weeks, and of the passenger no one remembered letting on board.
We took on cargo at Varna. 50 wooden boxes, packed with earth, heavy as coffins, loaded by men from the town who would not speak and would not stay after dark. A gentleman had paid for their passage to England. I never saw him come aboard, but the manifest was signed and the money was good, and we put out on a fair wind. The crew were uneasy from the first night. I put it down to the boxes. Sailors are superstitious men. On the 3rd day out, a man was missing. Olgarin, a good hand, 10 years at sea. We searched the ship stem to stern, the holds, the bilges, the lockers, twice over. There is nowhere on a vessel this size for a man to hide, and no sea took him, for the water was glass. He was simply gone, as if he had stepped off the edge of the world. The crew stopped talking after that. They only watched.
I'll set down what I saw, though the captain says not to. A man on the afterdeck, in the middle watch. Tall, thin, old, but he moved wrong, too smooth, like he weighed nothing at all. Pale as a drowned thing, dressed in black, standing at the rail with his back to me. I called out, and then he was not there. There is no such passenger on this ship that any of us has laid eyes on, and I will not go below alone again.
2 more nights, 2 more men, one from his bunk with the door bolted from the inside. We went down into the hold with lanterns and we opened the boxes, all 50, and there was nothing in them but black earth that smelled of the grave. But one lid was loose, and the earth in that one was pressed flat in the shape of a man lying down. I ordered it nailed shut. The nails would not hold. The strangest part is the sea itself. There is fog on us night and day and no wind to speak of. Yet the ship runs west faster than she has any right to, as though something beneath her hurries her along. The men who are left will not sleep. They stand together with knives and they watch the hold, and once at the rail, in the grey of dawn, I saw 2 points of red where a face should be, and then nothing. The mate could bear it no longer. He took a knife and a lantern and went down into the hold to have it out. Whatever it was, man or devil. We heard him moving among the boxes, and then we heard him scream, once high and short, the way a man screams who has finally seen the thing he most feared. When he came up the ladder, his hair had gone white, all of it, and his eyes were fixed on nothing. And before I could take his arm, he went over the side without a sound, into the fog. There are 3 of us now, and then 2, and I do not write the names anymore because I cannot bear to. I am the master of this ship. I will not leave her, and I will not leave this log, so that whoever finds us knows it was not the sea, and not madness, and not any fault in my men, who were brave and who are all dead. God forgive me for bringing those boxes aboard. I did not know. I swear before him I did not know.
From here the log is in one hand only, the captain's. The crew is accounted for the way cargo is accounted for when it has gone overboard. Lost. 50 boxes of earth left Varna, and the thing that traveled in one of them did not go hungry on the crossing. And a man alone, at the wheel of a ship that steers itself toward England, keeps writing, because it is the last thing left that is his to do.
The last man was taken from 3 feet from where I stood, in the dark, without a cry. One moment his hand was on the rail beside mine. The next there was only cold, and the smell of the grave, and the wheel turning under my hands toward a shore I cannot see. I hear it below me now, moving among its boxes, unhurried, the way a man moves in his own house. It knows the voyage is nearly done. So do I. I have seen it. It came up out of the hold in the last of the light, and it is an old man, or was, tall and gaunt, dead white, with a long white moustache and eyes like coals, and hair on the palms of its hands. But it is not starved as it was at Varna. It is fed. Its face is filled, its lips are red, and it looks younger. God help me, younger than when we sailed, as if it has drunk the years of every man it took. It looked at me, and it smiled, and it did not touch me. It does not need me. It only needs the ship to reach the shore. So I will make certain it does, and that I am here when it does. I have lashed my hands to the wheel with rope, and wound my beads and the crucifix through my fingers so they cannot come loose, whatever it does to me in the night. Let it take me, but let the ship come in, and let them find me, and let them find this book. That is all I have left to give. a warning in my own hand that the thing came to England on my deck and I could not stop it.
The Demeter came into Whitby Harbor in the teeth of a great storm, running before the wind onto the sand, every sail set. The townspeople who reached her found the captain exactly as he had promised to be, bound to his wheel, dead, the crucifix in his fists, his log in his coat, and as the ship struck, they say, an immense dog, or something the size of one, sprang up from the hold, leapt to the shingle, and ran up the cliff toward the old churchyard, and was gone before a single lantern could find it. The 50 boxes of grave earth were recovered from the hold in good order, catalogued, and delivered on to an address in London, exactly as the manifest instructed. The log was read at the inquest and disbelieved and filed. The captain was buried with honors he could not feel, and the passenger who never signed his name, who crossed a whole sea in a box of earth and stepped ashore in the storm, was never found because no one was looking for him. He had, after all, only come home to somewhere new. The boxes are still out there. Some of them, they say, are still full.